thought. Right. Okay, let's shift now into just to get into a little bit of gaming. So up next, let's talk about the Sega Genesis or Sega Mega Drive, depending on where you're from, Mini. This was announced, and this one is kind of interesting for a number of reasons. It got announced recently, but they announced a few more games this past week. So the Sega Genesis Mini is exclusive, featuring over 40 games. A bit like the Nintendo Entertainment System Mini and the Super Nintendo Entertainment Mini. It's going to be coming out, let me just check on the date, September the 19th. It's going to have, they've announced 30 of the 40 games. Now, the key thing here is 2 Disney games, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck are in there, along with other classic games such as Sonic the Hedgehog, Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines. You've got Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Toe Jam and Earl, Earthworm Jim. You've got Shinobi 3, Streets of Rage 2, Mega Man The Willy Wars, Street Fighter 2. It's
not Groundskeeper Willy, but it is a big deal here.
Yeah,
because we never had the Wily Wars on cartridge. It was through the lackluster Sega channel, which was basically an internet service where you could rent games through a internet connection for your Genesis. So it made a lot of games hard to get, but now having on the Mini, that's a big selling point for a lot of people who want to complete their Mega Man collections.
Yeah, and when we're talking about using the internet, this is a machine that was nearly over 25 years ago.
Yeah, it was primitive internet.
Yeah. So that comes with a controller. They are selling an extra 6-button controller. I remember buying one of them when Street Fighter 2 Special Championship Edition came out for my birthday. I brought that in the game. It was about 100 quid, and I always have that feeling of like how much I spent on my Sega Mega Drive. I was a Mega Drive kid. I had most of these games, or at least rented them. The trouble is for me is I've played a lot of these again since. I'm loving the fact they have got 2 Disney games on there. I'm hoping they maybe throw in some other ones like Lion King and
I'm going to do a prediction.
Yeah.
They're going to add in Quackshot because that is the 3rd Disney game made by Sega themselves, so it has the highest chance of going.
Yeah.
Through the other ones, we have like more restrictions because it's Disney that published them, not Sega. So they're still going to have to talk with Disney. But since we already have the 2 Mickey games, that must mean they're okay with Disney games being on the system. So it's all a thing of we shall see. But Aladdin needs to be on there. It is one of the highest selling games on the Genesis.
That's the thing. Aladdin would make a lot of choice. I'll be honest, it's priced. I was checking here on the price.
Is it like $79?
Yeah, it's $79, £69, €79, or 100.
It's going to be like 100 in Canada.
Yeah. Now the big question is now, for example, for me, $80, 40 games. That's $2 a game, so it's not that bad. However, my problem is how often have I actually used my Nintendo and Super Nintendo Minis? Very little.
I never bothered to pick those up because I'm going to be honest, the games really didn't interest me because I already have all the Mario games on cartridge, so I don't really see the point. And especially because the Nintendo ones barely have any licensed titles on them. It's like, because everybody remembers the Disney Capcom games or the Disney Virgin games like Mickey Mania and Toy Story, all those. Like, that could have been a good selling point for the Nintendo ones, but there was none of that. It was just first party or third party that was based on like stuff like Castlevania, Contra, and Mega Man, and that's about it.
Yeah, I mean, I did pick them up. I think the good thing with the Sega one is apparently the emulation is a lot better than because Sega have been releasing like these the retro devices for years, but they've been very bad.
It was done for another company. I think it was called like A3 Games, and those got notorious reviews.
Yeah, this
one is being done in-house at Sega through the team. I think it's called M2, where they basically did the Genesis Ages collections, like
Yeah,
3DS, and the
Sega.
Sega Ages.
Yeah, they've been behind all the Sega Ages ones. I think it's good. I'll be honest, I'm probably gonna hold out and see if they go on sale. Though my big problem for this is, especially with a lot of these games, is I have actually got the physical cartridges for both of those Disney games in my storage unit, along with my retro consoles of a few other of those games. So
I actually don't. I actually
yeah,
have 3 other Disney Genesis games. I have Mickey Mania, Beauty and the Beast, Roar of the Beast, and
yeah.
Ariel, Disney's Little Mermaid.
Mm. I mean, yeah, I don't. I back in the time, I definitely didn't go down. Those ones I had Mickey Mania. Actually, I had Mickey Mania on the PlayStation.
And I wish I could get that, but it's not on our PSN.
No, yeah, they don't have it. They don't have it out now. But I remember distinctively buying that one for the PlayStation when it
It
came
is on
out.
the
And
European PSN.
yeah, I think I had it recently on my PS Vita on the PS3. But again, you know, all these systems. This is the trouble when they turn it all off. But I'm liking the idea of them doing this. I was a Sega kid. I probably played these games a lot more than, while I kind of played a lot of Mario, a lot of Nintendo, I also had the Sega. So lots of interest. I'm hoping that we might see another third Disney game on here. It does slightly pique my interest, the fact that it has it in there. But let us know if you are going to be picking one of these new Sega Genesis Mega Drive minis, because over here in the UK, they were called Mega Drive rather than Genesis. That's why, to me, it's always a Mega Drive.